guys, it's me, Maida Jen, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna go ahead and dye my hair. Yes, you guys are keeping up with me in my little series of dyeing hair. So I have been slowly dyeing my hair a lighter tone of brown, and it's mostly just because I want to go lighter. And this is my hair right now, so you guys can see it, what we're working with right now. So as you guys can see, my hair is to my lower back, and the tips are blonde-ish. They're just lighter than obviously the rest of my hair, but I am going to use this hair dye today to help me go lighter into a lighter brown. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm crossing my fingers. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm not trying to go blonde. I'm just trying to go like a castaño, like a brownish light, like a light brown with like some golden caramel tone to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the L'Oreal Paris Superior Preference hair dye in the color medium ash blonde, or 7.5A. And it says right here that if you have like black hair, you're gonna go to this lighter brown. One of the things that I have forgotten to mention in all my other hair dye videos is on the fine print, it does say that if you have a more red tone, you will get the results that you're going for, but with a little bit more of a red tone to it. So I'm still hoping for this color, maybe a little lighter. If I could get this color right here, I would be very happy. This is a cooler tone. I'm trying to tone down the redness in my hair. I also did buy an extra box of this hair dye because my hair is longer since the last time I dyed it. It's been a month. I am getting married in July, so I'm trying to really accomplish this lightish blonde almost. I'm okay with going a little darker than this, but I'm just trying to get to that tone. I don't care about anything else. I actually just tried on my wedding dress with the jewelry I bought this weekend, but I tried that on and I put my hair up and I just started thinking, damn, I need to dye my hair. I want everything to look A1. It's gonna look so good, and it's less than 2 months and the pressure's starting to hit me. Like, look at this, I'm breaking out. Like, I never break out like this ever. I think it's because I ate McDonald's. The stress eating, it made me go to McDonald's, and some of the stuff that I got technically doesn't have dairy in it, but it gets put in the fryer. I bought chicken nuggets, and obviously it gets cross-contaminated, so it attacked. I got one under here, one here, and one here, like literally the trifecta right here. But anyhow, let's get back to business. So the first thing I am going to do real quick is I am going to grab the bottle that says 1 on it, and the bottle that has the number 2, and I am going to put the number 2 bottle into bottle 1. I like that they have like this grip on the bottles now. I make sure I throw in like every drop in there because I want to make sure it dyes my hair right. You know, even if like the one little bit of drop could change the tone of your hair. Alright. And once you've mixed this, like, you want to mix this for at least like 30 seconds, honestly, because you want to warm the dye. You don't want to put the dye when it hasn't been like fully activated and it's warm and it could really like work into your hair. So like I'm gonna start with my roots. So I'm gonna go maybe like this much in. That's how much of my root you can still tell that like isn't part of the hair dye a little bit. I don't know if you guys see it right there. Like, it's my black hair, like right here, and then the rest is the brownish reddish tone that I got from the last time I dyed my hair. So I'm gonna start with the roots, and then the rest of my hair. Oh my god, guys, I'm starting to like think maybe I shouldn't do it. I'm having like remorse because what if the color doesn't come out good and then I'm stuck having to dye my hair either dark or paying like $300 to get it fixed. I'm gonna open up the instructions because the instructions have the gloves inside, So unless you have extra gloves, then you can leave this one alone. Sometimes you don't even need to use this because you've been dyeing your hair for so long, like you don't need to read the instructions anymore. I've been dyeing my hair since I was 15. So well, 14, because that was my birthday present that my mom allowed me to do. She allowed me to dye my hair when I was 15 because I wanted to dye my hair for so long, and she allowed me to get the little highlights, you know, in the in the 2000s. You guys know 2000s. I was like in 6th grade in 2000. So like the highlight trend, like the little frosty highlights was a thing. So my mom let me go to the swap meet across the street from where we used to live, and I got frosty tips, and they looked ridiculous and chunky, but now it's a thing. So, you know, at the time it looked ridiculous, but now that it's like a trend thing, I guess it's okay. But anyhow, she allowed me to dye my hair like when I was 15, like fully like go and get a hair dye and dye it whatever color I wanted to, instead of my natural black. So I dye my hair, and so I've been dyeing my hair ever since. And I do like the gloves from L'Oreal. They're like black, and they're so like, when you roll them together, they're so like crazy. It just has like this weird feeling to it, and it just feels smooth. Oh snap, that's good. I dropped the glove. Actually, let me part my hair real quick before I put the gloves on. Okay, so if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I'm going to explain exactly what I'm about to do. So if you can go to your local beauty supply store or Sally's and get a little dipping cup like this, and they usually come like in a kit. Like I have this one from Sally's. I used to bleach my hair, so there's like a bleaching kit, and it comes with the powder, the activator, and then like this to like mix with gloves or whatever. I think it's like $20. It might be $25 now because this was a while ago. And I kept this dish ever since. Obviously I think you could probably find it for like $2, and then the brush like $1 at the 99-cent store. It just depends. The 99-cent store ones are also like super hard. Like the bristles are super duper hard, and you can't like move them anywhere, or they don't grab enough liquid. I'm just gonna dip the brush on both ends, and then I'm gonna go in like this where that black stops pretty much right here. So I'm going up to here, and then as soon as I go here, I'm gonna flip my brush because it's still gonna have product on the other side also, and use whatever the remainder right there to go on my roots. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. As I continue along though, I'm going to start using less on the side I'm flipping because it's already, you know, I already have applied dye there. So you're going to see me move this way, and then I'm going to go this way. Also, it does come with a conditioner that you use after. You want to use this literally every time you dye your hair right after, because this is supposed to seal in that hair dye you just used, and also it'll probably help with the smell, because sometimes even if you don't see any more like dark dye or whatever color dye come out in the water and it's clear, sometimes your hair will still have that nasty hair dye scent. I got that with the Garnier one that I used last time. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, and this is pretty cool though. The cap on this is a twist off. Thank you, L'Oreal. They didn't have this last time I used their hair dye. Okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put some in here. Remember, it doesn't have to be a lot. This one is really runny, so sorry you guys are seeing a lot of it run. But you don't put a lot. You could start off with a little bit. So again, I'm only going up to here. I'm not going any further. I'm going up to here because that's where my actual black roots are at. The other hair dye I used didn't actually help to lighten my roots very much. As you can see, you can still see like the red to the black here. It blended in the first time, but obviously as I started washing my hair, it started lining up, and then this part was like just dark. I'm just making sure every strand has product on it. And if you have baby hairs, don't forget your baby hairs. Random flyaways everywhere. It's making my everything itch. And then also don't forget in the back area we're going like this. So if you have like anything left over in the brush, I mean in the bowl, just go in here. Kind of start blending that in the back, because obviously people can see this portion of your hair. So you want to get it also as you are going in sections. You can see, like I flipped, I went in there and you could see some of my strands under it is they're already pretty much, they already have a lot of product on there. And then right here you can also go like this with your finger. But you see what I mean? Like I'm not gonna have to apply as much hair dye here anymore, because it's some of it already has the dye. It's this side that doesn't really have any of it. And I am starting to slowly work in my baby hairs. I have like the littlest baby hairs that just like never grow out. They're just gonna be there for the rest of my life unless I laser them off. Sometimes your arm just like hurts from doing this. Oh, my shoulder's just like, bro, can you stop? And I know they say you're not supposed to like rub the dye or whatever like this, but I do it all the time. I think it's more for like if you have a sensitive scalp. My scalp is sensitive to an extent, but when it comes to this, like hair dye just doesn't burn me quite yet. And I do say yet because I know it's coming. As I've gotten older, like the allergies are just hitting me like left and right. And honestly, as much of a drag that it is to like dye your hair this way, like with the brush and not straight from the bottle, I just think it applies better in your hair and it dyes more strands than if you do it with the bottle. It's just more precise. So I learned this method when I started bleaching my hair, because I had to be really precise and not missing parts of my hair, because it would be very noticeable if I had a black patch somewhere because I didn't quite get any dye or any bleach on there. And it's because of that I dye my hair like this from here on out. Especially right now, because I'm trying to go a little lighter. I gotta be precise. I don't want to have like weird patches of one color and then the other one a different color, you know? But to each their own. Obviously I like to dye my hair this way. You can dye it straight from the bottle. I know some of the dyes even have like a brush on the bottle instead of like just a little push thing like that. They have, it's like an actual brush where you like disperse it through your hair and it's supposed to grab like every strand, but I still don't trust it. And I did buy another box, so that's why you see me being pretty generous with the hair dye. And right now, I'm gonna be honest, I would rather have leftover. Not obviously like I'm about to start the bottle, because that's what happened to me last time I dyed my hair. I was already done. I was on the last couple of strands. You can see it on my cover picture where there's a little bit of redness left over from the other hair dye. And yeah, I just didn't want to open a brand new bottle for like one push out of there. So I was like, screw it. But for this one, since my hair is a little longer now, I am sparing nothing. And then I'm hoping for the next time I dye my hair, this one grabs on. So I know that when I dye my hair again in a month or two, most likely a month, like right before the wedding, the roots will grab onto that color, so it won't look super off for my wedding. Because I am not trying to look jacked up for my wedding either, you know? Who wants to look jacked up on the other wedding? It's your special day, right? Isn't that what they say? Okay, and in this section, I am gonna grab the bottle. I'm just gonna go real quick right here. And right here, my little hairs. Not a lot, I'm barely pressing. And I'm just gonna rub the product in there. Kind of like starting to help the process around the roots, because right here you can see all of this when you put your hair up. And then right here I am going to go back and let it go on the brush and just go right here. Alright, we're done with this side. And then just rub the product in. Make sure it's all up in there. Let's see what I'm finding out. And I'm just going to clip this. And move on to the other side. And also I am obviously in the bathroom, and I keep putting this down on my sink bowl. That paper of instructions, I put it on the bowl so that I could put this on top of it so it won't stain my sink. Because this can stain some stuff. Especially if you're dyeing like a darker color, for sure. You can remove it after with some alcohol, but sometimes if you forget about it, it'll stay there. And don't worry if you don't get everything completely in the back. We're about to move to the back right now once I'm done here. I'm obviously not a hairstylist. I'm not a professional. I'm just giving you guys advice of someone who's been dyeing their hair for over 15 years at home. And with a stylist. I have gone to the stylist here and then to get a balayage, whatever it's called, twice. The second one was to go lighter, and the second one was to let my blonde grow out. And then I'm slowly just going to move into my actual bottom roots. So I have the front done. I'm just going to go back in right here like this. And I'm gonna, if I can, clip it to the top of my head. And then let's work on the back. So the back is always the easiest for me. I just go in with the bottle, nothing else, just the bottle. I don't even bother with the little bowl in the brush. You can do whatever you want. I just go in like this, shake the bottle again, and I'm slightly pushing in the product into my roots. Just rubbing the product in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this up in a shower cap, and also don't forget to cover your hair dye back up so it can stay warm. Also, if you do not have a shower cap, you can grab a bag. So what I do is, the handles, I just put them in, and then I roll it in up here, and then right here, kind of like a shower cap right here, and then put it in. And there you go. Shower cap, keep the warmth inside. You want this to lighten, so the more heat there is, the more chances you have of it lifting your actual color so that it could have the color that it's supposed to be on the box. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait this off for about 15 to 20 minutes depending on how much I want to wait, how much time I'm gonna check at 15 minutes just to see like how much of it has lightened. If it's lightened drastically, I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of it because I don't want to super burn my hair with having the hair dye on my roots for too long, because I'm gonna have it on for 15 minutes and then I'm gonna do the rest of my actual hair, and that's gonna take me another 20 minutes to get all my hair. Actually, maybe less. It'll take me like 10 or 15 minutes to do the rest of my hair, and then I'm gonna put it in the cap again for another 20 to 25 minutes. So that'll be my roots under the dye for almost 40 minutes to an hour. So I don't want to super burn my hair, so be careful. Always check on your hair, always check your scalp. If it's burning, you need to remove it. If it's starting to make your skin red, super red, irritated, like you feel like you cannot have it on your skin, it's like peeling off or burning off, remove it immediately. That just means you're allergic to something in the dye, and you should probably look into that. But for me, I just feel the warmth. I did feel a slight burning at the beginning, like at the right here in the front, but that's probably because I put some dye on my actual skin. But it stopped burning. I do feel like a little bit of the warm, tingly sensation, and I'm just gonna chill and I'll be right back. I don't see like a huge difference in my hair, but it's fine because I'm about to dye the rest of it anyway. Putting my gloves back on. And this is actually like the easiest and the funnest part for me because it doesn't take forever. I'm just gonna unclip my hair. I'm gonna unclip the front first because I gotta work the front first before I go to the back. I have a lot of hair, as you guys can tell. I'm looking like, what's his name from Harry Potter? The big dude. I don't know what he's called. I never read the books like that, so sorry. But I'm going to mix my bottle again, and I'm going to uncap this. And I'm gonna go ahead and just grab like a section of my hair and go my hand under, and then I'm just gonna go like this in a zigzag kind of motion, and then I'm just gonna do this. That is the glove. I have some air in there. And be careful when you're doing this section of your hair. The hair dye is very strong. It's making my eyes tear up a little bit. So that's how you know it's strong. And then for most of these, you don't have to start from the top as much. Well, you don't have to apply so much because you already did the top of your hair. And then always check your tips because you can tell, honestly, when your hair hasn't been dyed. Because you could tell your dry tips are super fried when they're dry, so when they're wet they obviously don't look like that, so you can see when it's not. And I'm just gonna start doing this slowly to kind of like help me section off. And then you can start grabbing thicker portions. Obviously you know how much you're applying from the bottle. And if you ever pour too much, just keep your hand like this and then just start scrunching up your hair a little bit to kind of disperse all that product in there without it falling everywhere. And I just go back in a little bit just to make sure I've got it everything. And we're almost at the finish line, guys. And I never worry about my tips so much, and it's not because I don't want them to get dyed, it's because my tips are already lighter from when I had the bleaching. So I don't have to work as hard on that section because obviously it's already lighter. I'm more concentrated like in this section, like right here. You guys see that shade blend right there where my roots were at and where it's grown. Like I need to get rid of this redness right here, so I'm obviously going to concentrate the dye more there than I am the tip of my hair because it doesn't need it. So now I'm just gonna finish off this section, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go here. And this is a part that always scares me because I'm like, you guys see how much is left in the bottle? I have like 1/4 left of the bottle. And I'm always like, oh my god, me va a alcanzar. Like, I don't know if it's gonna grab the rest of my hair, because that's what happened to me last time. And I don't want to open the second bottle. And I know I said that I was going to open that second bottle, but I'm literally at the end already. So why the hell am I going to open an extra bottle? You know, if you need an extra bottle, by all means, go ahead. Because, like, let's just say you only were able to use the rest of whatever was in the bottle on this section, and you still need to do this section and this section. 100% open the bottle. Even if you do all of this and then you finish it in the front and you still need the back, 100% open that second bottle. So it just depends on the hair dye. Obviously the liquid one lasted me all the way with spare, and the cream one did not last time. I was literally like right here on the last little bit of strand, and my bottle was like already running out. I'm really getting it in there. One of the things that any hairstylist, any person who dyes hair is, don't brush your hair after you've applied the dye, because all you're gonna do is just break your hair, which is 100% true. But sometimes I used to do when I used to bleach my hair. Oh my god, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. That's what the problem was. I was just looking at videos on YouTube and was like, if they can do it, I can do it. But eventually, you know, you learn how to do it. Okay, and I still have this much left. So I'm just gonna start back here. Rubbing the product in there. Again, I can't always see behind me, but I am making sure I have hair dye everywhere. No dry hair left behind today. Okay, now I'm gonna unclip the rest of my hair. Here, there's a pedazo de pelo stuck, and I don't think that had anything in it. So now I'm gonna put it on there. Because it's wet, but he's not wetting it. Okay, I'm gonna do this now. And I still have a good amount left. Thank God, I was so scared I wasn't gonna have enough. So because I still have enough, I'm gonna massage it first in my hair everywhere before I start going crazy with whatever's left of the hair dye. So I'm just massaging my roots, making sure everything is in there. And I'm gonna pull my hair back like this because last time I noticed that I didn't get this section. So just go here. Ooh, that's fun. Okay, since I do have my hair pulled back like this right now, I'm just gonna go. You know, gotta make sure it's everywhere. You want to use whatever you have left in the bottle, because once you wash this off in like 20 minutes, half an hour, this bottle doesn't work anymore. So it's better if you just use it all and make sure your hair is extra saturated instead of dry. Getting down to the rest of it. Okay, and I have a little bit left over, but I'm going to use it on my eyebrows a little bit, just to lighten them up a little. But before I do that, I'm going to grab my hair and put it in a bun. Try to get all of it. we're looking good. We're looking good. And then whatever is left over, I know they say you're not supposed to do this, you know, put it on your skin, but I do it on my eyebrows all the time. But I've learned to wait until I'm almost done instead of at the beginning, because I used to do it right at the beginning, and depending on what color I was going for, if it was like a lighter one, the one that's supposed to like lighten it, it did not work. It did work, but it made it super light in places I didn't need it to be light, and then it was just like patchy. And then I'll grab a Q-tip right after and I'll clean around it. So I'm using this pretty much to tint my skin also right now. I know that they have those kits, but why struggle when you can do it yourself? Alright, and if for some weird reason or just any reason, because it's gonna happen, and you get marks of dye on you because you obviously dyed your skin, just grab alcohol. I would prefer a higher percentage of alcohol, but if you only have 70, that's fine. And then a cotton pad, and just soak it up. And you can also use this to clean your sink if you got any hair dye on it. And then I go back in again doing this after I've washed my hair, because obviously I can't see all the hair dye I just put on my skin. Alright. Grab my bag again. I'm gonna go ahead and wait 15 minutes with this on. I will check in with you guys in. Hey guys, I think it's been over 20 minutes. I think I said I was gonna take it off at 6:40 and it's 6:51. So let me take this out. Oh. You guys see it? My hair does look slightly lighter, and yes, I have very thin hair in certain sections. And then the hair. As you guys see the tip, because my hair tip was lighter, obviously the tip is lighter. It looks a little red on camera, but right here on my mirror, this looks light. It's like the actual color that the box shows. So I'm gonna wash my hair, and then I'm going to style it. Well, I'm gonna blow dry it and style it, and then I'll be right back. And this is the results. Honestly guys, I think the hair color came out amazing. I feel like most of my hair is now one solid even color. I don't feel like I have a lot of stripes. I really like the color. I knew what the hair dye was gonna look like once I actually saw my eyebrows, because my eyebrows dyed to the color. It is such a nice brownish color. I'm like so happy this is gonna be the color I'm gonna use. Also, again, next time you guys see me dye my hair, which is gonna be mostly my roots, I know that my roots are gonna come out amazing. I really like this color, guys. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you are using this hair dye, let me know what results, if it came out to anything near mine, or your, you know, a little bit darker, a little bit lighter. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please make sure to like it, and if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe. I will see you guys in my next video.